What is up and welcome back. Today we're having a look at a game from my locals. We're taking a look at, well, a deck that I hope gets a little bit touched on in the upcoming ban list. But without any further ado, let's get right into the match. So the players have shuffled up, already know who's going first, and is just waiting for the timer to start. So for my knowledge, the player on the right going to start here, and indeed he does. We see a Lubellion off the start, Lubellion to search, searching the Bestial Magnamut, and activating the Prosperity. So I guess we're getting a little bit spoiled of what we're watching here, already seeing the Crimson Dragon and the I cannot remember the names of these cards, but a lot of synchro cards at least. That narrows it down a little bit, right? So we're seeing the Prosperity for 6, making sure that these are the 6 cards that we do want to be banished. And we see Effect Veiler, Impermanence, Trudea, Emblem of Oath, Wake Up Centur-Ion, and Bestial Bald Drake. So quite a lot of everything we see here. We see a little bit of hand traps, we see a little bit of, well, extenders, I'd call the Magnamut, and we see some engine also. So depending on the hand, I'm guessing we do not want the Bald Drake unless we have almost all the other cards. If we have plenty engine, I'm guessing we take the Effect Veiler or Impermanence. I wouldn't really see us taking the Trudea here, unless we already have the Emblema and the Wake Up. And I mean, Emblema can be both Wake Up and can be any Centur-Ion monster. And well, we do want the field spell nonetheless, right? Unless we already have it. I'm guessing if we don't already have Wake Up and Emblema, we go hand traps. And well, if we already do have Emblema and Wake Up, we go hand traps. Otherwise, we, as we see here, just go for the Wake Up. And we activate the Wake Up effect, discarding an Imperm to set the Primera effect to summon, Primera effect to search, searching out the Trudea, normal summon Trudea effect to send into the spell trap. So I have watched a little bit of this, and what I had gathered from watching this before is that we're getting some effect clarifications, I think it is. Just that the player on the left may have had some interactions, and the player on the right he was going pretty fast, I'd say, also here. Anyway, we go for the Gargoyle, let's put in spell trap zone, Gargoyle effective summon, and we go straight into the synchro summon of Centur-Ion Exulia. So we go Exulia 1, Gargoyle 2, add to hand, and we add off Exulia, we add I think it's the Phalanx, I think it is. Banish any monster until the next standby. And we activate Magnamut, banishing the Primera and Magnamut effect to search. Then we summon out the Lubellion by tributing the Magnamut and Lubellion effect to set, setting the branded regained. And we set 2 cards. And end phase Exulia to put the Primera in the spell trap zone and Magnamut to search, searching out the Bald Drake that we did see before. And we draw for turn. looking a little bit of our cards. So before going into these matches, I was talking to one of the players, and he argued that this was a very coin flip matchup, saying that whoever won the coin flip almost always won the match. So let's see if it's true here. We go Trudea effect to summon and Premier effect to summon, and we see the cross out here. And I'm guessing we're going to see a cross out for a Primera, making sure that the player on the right won't have a tuner to summon any random level 12 synchro. So we do go Primera here, banish the Primera, and summon out the Trudea. Alone. We won't get any synchro here. There's a thinking here. We're going branded regained to put the Primera back into the deck again. Raw card. And for some reason we're reading our actually. Guess we're making. We have anything else? So yeah, just clarifying here that regained is going to shuffle in. Draw a card. And we go wake up, send another cross out. Put a Centur-Ion monster into the spell trap zone. And my guess here, unless the player already has Primera, we're going to put the Primera into the spell trap zone. Otherwise, at C, we're going to there here. Usually not seeing any of the level 8s. And I can't really see a Primera in hand, so I'm guessing that's the primary target. Pick. Maybe not. See that we're going for the Atri. Maybe he did have Primera in the hand then. He had Trudea in hand, so we go. No one summons Trudea. We get another branded regained. Summon out a Bestial. Summon the Magnum effective Surge during the end phase. Do we have more effects here? Magnum with 1 and the field spell 2. Most likely going into something like Chaos Angel. I guess Chaos Angel would be the only thing that, considering not having any tuners here. Knowing that Chaos Angel does not carry. And Chaos Angel here to banish the Trudea, making sure it won't get into the spell trap zone. And here I see we do have a Primera in hand. Considering that summoning Trudea is kind of wild to me. Would have searched something like Bonds. You know, hindsight is 20/20, but considering we could wake up, send the Primera to graveyard, normal summon the Trudea, not knowing if the opponent had anything like Imperm or any effect negation, but being able to search Bonds here and get 2 places off of the wake up, essentially, would be something. Well, let me know what you think, if this turn could have been played more optimally. But we do see here in the player winning the coin flip would be winning also. So let's skip a little bit forward. No reason to be staring at people looking at their cards. Siding here and presenting decks, shuffling up and going straight into game 2. Being what is most likely the player on the left going first, right? This is not really a deck that you want to be going second into, and I'm pretty sure you want to be going first. So we see the wake up here. Wake up effect, sending the Firefox. Do not remember what it's called. And understandably so reading it too. So for what I know, I do not have the full deck lists of these players, but pretty sure this Firefox is another target for Bonfire. Considering that Bonfire usually just searches for Trudea, but this is another, I'm guessing, Stender or starter of the Bonfire, in case you already have the Trudea. Yeah, pretty neat. But yeah, it does indeed get search of the Bonfire. That I do know this player is indeed playing. So the wake up sets the Primera effect to summon, gets Bailered. Very shiny Bailey here. I see the camera quality of lights are going down for the shininess of this effect Bailey. Beautiful card, but very unlucky for us, I guess. Here, what are we looking at? I can see it's Atra, I think, maybe Emblema, and then Asblossom. Asblossom not really doing much here, going first at least, but it's very nice to have follow up, right? Maybe stopping the opponent's plays. We go Atri, not having more than one card in the graveyard, so Atri effect won't be anything. But 2 level 4 tuners usually doesn't make much, but in this case it does make Visas Amitara. And we go Visas Amitara to search, and then other effect Veiler. Very nice, not being once per turn. So we go Emblem Oath here to set. Setting Trudea. It is setting Trudea. So Trudea effect to summon. So here I'd see, I was about to say see 2 lines, but I guess we always go for the Gargoyle here, because it's basically the same art, being able to downsize, considering the Trudea is able to upsize, for levels at least. And it's just another body. Always nice to have another body. So we go Gargoyle here, Gargoyle make level 4, and Synchro summon into Exulia, being that Amitara is a tuner. Level 8 Synchro tuner. And we go Exulia here, Exulia to search. Searching the counter trap of the, maybe not. So we have Gargoyle Ash, Exulia, that won't do much. Considering that the Exulia will put most likely the Primera into the spell trap zone. Let's see something like bonds being searched. Yeah, we do to see the bonds here to set another monster in the spell trap zone. And we activate bonds to set into the spell trap zone, setting the Atri, the spell trap zone. So we have used both effects of these monsters to summon, right? So neither of them will be able to be activated this time. So we go Gargoyle summon by sending the Trudea. And we do, oh, of course, the Atri is normal summoned. So we go special summon Atri. We could have drawn a card, couldn't we? Anyway, we go Crimson Dragon. Back to add. And it gets Asblossom. And I think here the players are arguing whether or not that the Asblossom should have been used on the Exulia. But yeah. Most often, for what I've heard, stopping the Exulia from searching most often stops the Centur-Ion player's turn. But we do see that the Crimson Dragon is immediately going into the Blazar Dragon. Pretty great card here. Considering the opponent only has 2 cards left in hand. And during the end phase we go Exulia to put the Primera in the spell trap zone. So we do have, well, of course our opponent is gonna draw for turn, but the Ash Blossom in hand, the Blazar Dragon on field, I mean, it's pretty hard to play through. So we go for the Lobelion and it gets ashed. And we just scoop it up. I saw the Primera, but I could not see the second card of this player. But I mean, if it isn't on the hand trap, we won't be able to use it. So yeah, rather just go into game number 3. But so far the record holds. The player going first is the player winning. But yeah, let's get straight into game 3 here. Going a little bit ahead. Cutting decks and the player on the right is starting. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3, making the player going first winning. I mean, I see an Imperm, I see Wake Up, I see Ash at least. We go for the Wake Up in the main phase. Wake Up effect. Discard. Discarding an Ash Blossom. 2 set. And again, I'd always see Primera being set here. Primera effect to summon and Primera effect to search. Getting hit with the Impermanence. The Infinite Impermanence. Three cards left. Still not used the normal summon. It does look like we are going to normal summon. Maybe. Yo, normal summon the Atri. And the question is here, do we see another Visa Samitara here? Indeed we do not. We see the IP set pass. The secret tech, you know. So here we draw for turn after having stopped the opponent's turn using just one hand trap. Repeating just one hand trap. So we go for the Implement to, I'm guessing, set a spell trap here. Considering that we almost placed it in this dual spell zone. So usually I haven't been playing this deck for much, but I play a little bit, and usually I'd see Implement Oath being used to place a monster. So playing alongside and against this opponent is kind of interesting, because it usually uses it to set spell traps. I'm finding that kind of interesting. But we do go Wake Up here, discarding a Effect Veiler. So another hand trap we did not need to use to set the Primera to summon. Primera effect, and it gets impermed. Oh, it looks like we have a... We do have a response here. We activate Droplet, sending the Primera to dodge. And is going to negate the IP. So even though that both players had, well, in this case, the same amount of interaction, the player on the left here is able to play through the Impermanence, adding a Trudea to the hand. Normal summon the Trudea effect to put into spell trap zone. goes through. Setting a add tree. And considering that we know that the Primera was sent off the droplet and we already used the Emblem Oath to set the field spell, we do get a draw off of the add tree, which is pretty nice. Always good with another draw, right? And I do see we already have the Gargoyle in hand. We do get add tree to summon, add tree to draw. Checking here if we have the Primera and the Emblem Oath. And we draw another Oath. Pretty unlucky, but I guess it's also always follow-up, right? Like Oath is one of the better cards of this. So we go for the Gargoyle to summon. Discarding, well, sending the Trudea. And here I'd see we could go for a Synchro 12. We could go for the one that draws a card and just remove the IP. Not that it is threatening at any point, but you know. And we go Baldrake, banishing our own add tree. I don't really understand why we wouldn't want to banish off of the left player's graveyard, considering stuff like bonds only affect hand or graveyard. Don't really see the positive side of banishing our own Centur-Ion monster. I guess there's the chance that our opponent has the bonds and can make sure that the Baldrake misses. Yeah, I see that. Great thinking. So we go battle phase here, attack into the IP just to make sure that the Baldrake won't get effect. Go negate a summon or destroy a summon, I think it is. And then we go Synchro 12 here. What do we have left? It looks like Oath and Droplet, perhaps. Considering the well, not the quality of this camera, but the light is not really being the best. Kinda hard to see, but I think anyway, we summon Exulia and we go Exulia 1, Gargoyle 2, Gargoyle to add to hand, Exulia to search. Searching out. Well, considering we only have one in the in the end of turn we'll only have one in hand, our opponent not have any cards. I'd see the counter trap being a good choice here. Just being able to stop whatever our opponent is going to do. What we are thinking, I guess bonds would also be a thing to just, you know, set two monsters going to 12. Yeah, we do go bonds here. I guess the counter trap and laser dragon would do pretty much the same things, except for Blazer Dragon being another body. So we go bonds. I guess it's also more effects of the monsters, having something like Primera in the spell trap zone too. So we're setting the Trudea here, just to go against whatever I'm saying. Setting 2, go end phase, Exulia to set. Setting the Primera. And passing turn. There draws one card, I did not see what that was, but guessing we're going to see it pretty fast. Well, going to see it eventually at least. But yeah, it's pretty much the writing of the wall here. It looks like the player going second will win this, considering the player on the right did not have the most optimal board going first here, ending on the IP and then permanence. And we go Magnum Mode, banish the IP Magnum Mode effect, and we go Droplet, send the Gargoyle from hand and the set Oath to negate both Baldrake and the Magnum Mode. Kinda interesting that we didn't go something like Summon Trudea, Summon Primera, and then Droplet. Just to get, just to stop our opponent from doing any plays and just getting the either Blazer Dragon or Calamity down. You know, just stopping whatever our opponent wants to do immediately. Considering they have two pretty big sized dragons, but you know, the Synchro 12 that usually is run in the Centur-Ion deck is quite a lot bigger than 2500, both attack and defense. But we indeed did not let our opponent play. Thinking for some time, but I guess we have plenty of time left here. And it is game 3 in a uphill battle, I'd say. It does look like we go through the hair Primera here. And Primera effect 1 and Centur-Ion 2 already have set the Trudea to 8 force. And we go Crimson Dragon effect. Oh, sorry, of course, we do the Primera first, and then Crimson Dragon effect. Feeling like maybe we did send the Crimson Dragon out. But I mean, in this case, it doesn't matter. We don't have any interactions anyway. And we just look through deck. So we go Crimson into Blazer. Targeting the Exulia, having Wake Up for next turn. Pretty good here. Pretty well set for game 3, right? And we go Typhon over the Magnum Mode and Blazer to negate the summon. We just don't care. Just say no. And yeah, it's pretty good, right? Pretty good. So we go end phase, get back the Blazer Dragon, Exulia to set, and we just we take it up. So let's pause here. There's nothing left to look at, right? But yeah, in the end, the player going first did indeed not win this. Having the player on the left going second and still winning. But yeah. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know what you think was the card that I was talking about, hoping to see on the ban list, considering these decks is not really any way meta defining or well in any of the tier 0 radar we have on the at the moment. But anyway, see you next time. Bye.